hoping this doesn't just explode on me. Thanks, Can. That's the best opening to a stream ever. Just, it starts, immediate can explosion. Yeah, thanks for that. Hello, WizTaf Emu. And to add insult to injury, it chokes me on the way down. That is what she said. Just gonna move on immediately before we think about that for any period of time. Hello there! Hello. It is time that we begin a classic journey anew. If my dang window is gonna register. Hello? Why is it not? Why are you not picking up my game? Oh, there you go. I prefer no subtitles for this type of thing, but I'll allow it. I'm gonna allow this. Yes, I have played the Stanley Parable before. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Well, what if I don't? What if I don't? I don't listen to the narrator. What do you think? What makes you think I'm gonna what makes you think I'm gonna listen to this random splash screen of text, huh? What makes you think that? Anyway, can you hear me just fine? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? Am I audible at all? Okay, I'm gonna do what you say. Barely visible. I can still see it. Enter the current time. Oh, geez. Okay. 6. 16. And it is not AM, it is PM. Oh, well, now it's 17. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. This is a very convoluted setup for the Stanley Parable of all things. And it begins. Hello, mouse within mouse within mouse. Or within computer, within computer, within computer. I know words. I can words. Okie. Is the audio loud compared to me? Have you ever seen this game before, Wizard? Aside from maybe the video I released the other day. Bless you, whoever just sneezed in the game. Squeak. Ah, okay. You are in for a treat. This game was my favorite video game of 2013 because it was, hello? What are you doing here? Why aren't you hosting your movie? But this, hello Jalen Productions. But this game was my favorite game of 2013. It was absolutely hilarious. This is a lot like the Henry Stickmin games in that it's a sort of choose your own adventure thing that is more of a choose your own misadventure. But it is very narration driven, so word of warning. I'm going to be yelling at the narrator more than I'm going to be looking at chat. But this is a game meant to mess with your mind. It is extremely trippy, and it is very, very, very just ridiculous. So, without further ado, let's dive into this, shall we? The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is it now?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
I wonder why that is.
Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
Oh my gosh!
This
he went to work on a holiday!
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, what if I don't? What if I don't? Anyway, is that... Okay, I've asked this before, but is it actually Kevin Brighting, or is it just a guy that sounds like him? Because, I don't know. It's pretty cozy in here. Got my nice computer there. There's that clock. I don't want to leave.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
No, I can't.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
Exactly.
He had never been trained for that.
No.
This couldn't go any way except badly.
Obviously.
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
I think the audio... I think it's actually...
Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Has been re-recorded.
Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Well. And that is our first ending. This is a game that has many endings. And you'll uncover a bit of a darker nature behind that as time goes on. But At one point in time, I actually worked out a legit chronological order that all of the endings play out in. But, that was a couple years ago now. I since forgotten what I worked out. But, and even now...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's a possibility. I've forgotten what I had worked out, and even then, there's new content in this version anyway, so...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Thank you for that. Come on. Come on. Let me get up there. Yes! Ha ha! Okay. How do I... aha! I made it! I made it on top of the window. Here we go!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Definitely.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
I love limbos.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
I'm gonna say yes. Nah. Are you guys sick of this gag yet? Let's see what the vote is in chat. Am I or am I not sick of this gag yet? Nope. All right.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Perhaps.
Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
I'd say so.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration?
I don't know,
and
man.
This is Rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
I don't know.
Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Yeah, I'd agree
Well
with
now,
that.
I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Very funny, dude. Now let me out. Let me out. Let me out! Let me out! Ah! I am sick of this gag. I am sick of it. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Achievement unlocked. You can't jump. Oh wait, you guys can't see that. Alright. Let's see what the other option would bring me, shall we?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm not
Stanley decided to
interested
go
in
to the
seeing
meeting
what
room.
that is. I'm
Perhaps he had
interested in
simply missed a
seeing
memo.
What
No
the
matter how
other...
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm curious in seeing what the other option would bring.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
No, I don't think I will.
Now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
No, it's not.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
I don't want to.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh, no. Oh, gee. Oh, no. Am I going to get...
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too.
I've never actually seen this
quite
option.
Unbearable.
Oh, that was beautiful. Okay. Does this ever end, or does it just keep going? I don't think this ends. I don't think it ends. Yeah, I don't think that ends. Well, that was that option. All right. Oh no. Oh my gosh, he's campfire guitar guy. Oh no. Oh gosh. That would explain a lot. That would explain a lot. The narrator being campfire guitar guy. That explains way too much. That explains way.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I think I'll do that. That dude playing solitaire? Badoop. Badoop. Beep. 417. These doors don't seem to be opening. Just on a casual observation.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, what if I don't? What if I don't? What if I don't? Alright, chat. I'm gonna leave this up to you. Do I go through the left door? Or do I go through the right door? Which do I do? I can't turn around. That's not an option. Door on the right. Alright, we have 1 vote for right door. That's 2 votes for right door. Alright. Geronimo!
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oh, yes, I do.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We do have a very nice employee lounge. I think I'll do that. Thank you very much. Click. Click.
Ah, yes. Truly a
so
room
much
worth
nicer than I'm
admiring.
used to.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I want something from the vending machine. Oh well. Alright.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, do I? Do I? Do I? Well, what if I don't? Nah. Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, you're bad at giving directions, sir. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift, $5,000. Jumping off the cargo lift.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, guess I've been fined $5,000. Why is it so dark? Whoa, what the? What the? This is new. This is new. What the heck? What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is new. I am the confusion, so I'm going to do as I'm told. Interesting. What a lovely view. What a lovely view.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Meeting room.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What was that noise? That wasn't me. Using slides to assure, oh well. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Huh? Number of slides on this chart. Slides, charts, charts, and slides. The windows are light mode on Discord. It would appear that they have changed the slides. Interesting. Oh dear. Boss appreciation minute. Nah. Hey, look! A broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nah, I don't think I will.
There was
I like
nothing
it
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I don't know. There's cleaning materials and stuff. There's
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, He's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Hey, if I want to admire the broom closet, I'm darn well sure gonna.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes!
Standing around doing nothing?
Yes!
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because the broom closet ending is my favorite.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
I don't believe that.
I never would have thought to mention it.
I don't believe that, man. It's a lovely broom closet.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
It is!
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Nah. We're all in the know.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What a tool. Nah. You're just
Well,
bullying
I've come
me.
to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you
I am dead
collapsed
inside.
on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
It does imply that the narrator isn't human, doesn't it? Very interesting. Alright, player 2.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Hey look, a broom closet!
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Alright, cool. We'll wait. Okay. What was that? What was that? Is that this? Alright then.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know. Downstairs looks pretty good. I'll go upstairs. Executive bathroom. It opened! Oh my gosh, it opened. It didn't do that before. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Executive bathrooms. And... oh my gosh, can I... oh my gosh. Can I do this? Can I get on the toilet and then go through the window? Can I do it? Can I do it? Aw, man. Aw, man. The disappointment. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dang it. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hang on. Aw, dang it. Delightful. Oh no. Okay. Oh, now it closes. Now this closes. Okay. What's behind here? Woo! Why are you holding a gun to a panda? Why are you holding a gun to a panda? Okay. Alright, chat. More voting time. Do we go this way or that way? Left or right? Left or right? Keypad over there. Panda. Your vote is panda. All right. Interesting. Business strategy. What kind of strategy are you planning? What the heck? Ooh, elevator. Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? If it even matters. The reticle, this reticle wasn't here before, so I imagine selecting up or down matters. Down? Okay. Down. Alright. Is it gonna close? Everybody dance. Even the narrator is something along.
Shit, there's no records.
I think I may have heard the name, but I've never seen it. Does this ever end? some fire elevator music. What the heck?
Nothing but Mellotron.
Best game ever. 10 out of 10. Million out of a million. Wait, no. I couldn't climb out the window in the executive bathroom. Literally unplayable. 0 out of 0. 0 out of a million. Couldn't climb out of the window in the executive bathroom. And I couldn't flush the toilet either. You still going, big guy? Does this end? I kind of want to see how long this will last if it does have an end point. I kind of do want to see how long it lasts, but if it doesn't, it's a pretty big building. It's a pretty big building. I am going to go to the opposite of hydration. If the elevator doesn't open by the time I get back, I'm going to get a plug. Enjoy the music. I mean, that's not. Interesting. Oh! We didn't even go anywhere! We didn't even go anywhere! Oh my gosh. I don't know, did we? I don't know, has anything changed? It doesn't look like anything has changed. I'm gonna see what going up would do. Going up! think it matters. I don't think it matters. But you know what? This is some good music. I am the most expensive boss. Well, that was awesome.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Could he?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Ooh,
he stepped
that's
into the
different.
newly opened passageway.
This is different. You didn't do that before. Hello? This is new! Ish. Oh, jeez. Going down. Hey, look! An elevator that actually moves.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, that's not good. Oh my gosh, can you go back up? Oh, can you go back up? Oh, it's so much different
Stanley
now.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Game is literally unplayable. Unplayable. 0 out of a million. No elevator music. Thump, 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 thump. Thump, 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 thump. Escape. Nah. Thump, thump, thump. Hello, 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 hello. It's dark in here. I found a button. What's written here? Oh no!
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates.
No.
Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you.
I just wanted to read,
I'm here to make
man.
it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret. that's just for you. That's how special you are.
Yay!
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Oh my god, that was beautiful. Oh, that was so beautiful. Oh my god, I love it so much. Oh my god, I love it so much. I love it so much. Oh, I love this game. I love this game so much.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
That's a good question.
No, the orders were still missing. For now.
For now, you say. Can I get on my chair? Well, I can, but it accomplishes nothing. I don't like that sound. I don't like that. Badoop. Uh-huh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. I love the adventure line. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this. Why is there all
Yet
that
there was not a single person
Yeah,
here
I know,
either.
I know.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Look what we have here. A broom closet.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Narrator. I'm gonna click on as many things as I can until I do something. Come on, they had to have done something. Something! It would appear not.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Executive bathroom. Okay. Let me actually try. Can you flush a toilet? Literally unplayable. Unplayable. You can't flush the toilet.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Zen.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I feel like there's an ending in store just for that, but,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'll have to explore that later. For now, I'm a man on a mission!
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Hey look, there's a thing up there. Oh, hang on. Can you fall through this? I'll find out later. I wanna get through new stuff.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Employee 427. Come on. Get me back. Let me go back.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Who knows?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Hello, Stealth Lucario. Faculty power. Thump, 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 thump. Oh. How effective is just turning it off going to be? I mean, really?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't think so. All you did is push the off.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
There's a building over there.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
Looks much nicer
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Now, achievement unlocked. Beat the game, quote unquote. You all realize what the great irony of that is, right? You realize what the giant irony of that ending is. You achieved freedom and broke free of other people's commands and controls by doing everything the narrator told you to do. You refused to follow the orders of another soul by following the orders of another soul. Well, screw you, narrator. I'm gonna make you miserable.
Stanley thought
this
to
game.
himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in?
I'm
How
gonna
is
make
that
you
possible?
miserable.
They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Yes, they did.
When Stanley came
not
to
even
a set
gonna
of
let you
two
finish
open
talking. I'm
doors,
going in the
this
left.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Let me get over to the... Whatever.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
You can
A
shut your
room so
trap.
utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Give me a dang drink. Fine. I'll leave.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Not gonna do it. I'm doing my own thing.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Don't care.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult,
Not
but
to
the
mention
fact
impossible.
is that the story has been... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
have no
Are
toleration
you that
for
convinced
you?
that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes!
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
No, you
to
don't.
show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give
You
me a
can't.
chance.
No. I will not. Oh, what the? Caution, not a step.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I don't know. I feel like I was blatantly lied to in the last ending. I like blue better than red anyway.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope. I'm going down the.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
White? Blue or red? Red or blue? Royal blue!
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Huh?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Here.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yep.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yep.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Nope.
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yeah.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Those things.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Delightful. But now I want to do what you told me to do. Or do I go on my own once again? Nah.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
I believe
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
Nah.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. What? The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. That many doors open, doors attempted, endings achieved, doors closed, awards won. How have the awards gone down? 21.3 sec... Screw you!
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Ranked me lowest.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
You know what? Survival of the fittest, boys.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
The end is never the end. Oh!
Aha! Fascinating. What do you
new
think this game
stuff?
is about, Stanley?
I don't
What's our
know. This is all
backstory?
new.
What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Propane. Can I walk any slower? I seem to be shaking the wood.
Oh, no. No.
Dang it. I hate what I just said. I swear I don't say these things on purpose.
Can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What? No!
Oh,
No!
thank goodness,
Let me
Stanley.
out.
What a close call.
Let me out!
You really wandered off into that
Let me out!
thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go
Let me out.
in any...
Let me out.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
No.
We're out of the woods
No.
now, Stanley.
No!
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
No,
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Let me go!
Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice
Oh my
big
gosh,
box
it's
for you to
Rocket
run
League.
around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh, come on, let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh. Ah, yes, the fabled game of sports ball. Let's go. Gotta go fast. No. No. Stop rolling. Stop rolling. Oh,
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it
Come on.
better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yep.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
I see your logic
Yes.
there.
Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
More!
balls.
More balls! More balls! More! More! Never-ending balls! Unlimited balls!
Hold on. What are you doing?
I seem to have fallen into the abyss. Oh, jeez.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I fell out of the world. I'm curious if more games would have followed had I not done that. Because this was in the previous build of the game. Geronimo! Ah, yes. The good old 2011 map of the Stanley Parable with destroyed walls. It would appear so. Aha! The choice doors. Delightful. Four, 2, 7. Now let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Is that so? So that was that. But I'm curious.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Would it have kept going?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Would I have seen more games if I... Hang on.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
want
left.
to see
This
if
was
more
not the correct way
games-
to the meeting room,
I
and
want to
Stanley
see
knew
if
it
more
perfectly well.
games would have
Perhaps he
popped
wanted to
up
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
if I hadn't fallen into the abyss.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, then
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes, I'm convinced that
I don't
you
know how to
want
convince
something
you
bad
of this, but I really do want to help you,
Warning,
to
do not
show you
stand on
something
this side of the
beautiful.
fence.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
How about no?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. Do you see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
No.
Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
No, I wanted
Help me
to see
here,
the
Stanley.
other
Help
games,
elucidate
but it
these
had nothing to
strange and
do.
unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Worldwide leaderboard. That's a lie. That is a blatant lie.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
Yes, because I
honest
want to
answers,
spite
please.
you.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Sure.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I was about to say something, but I don't think I should say what I was gonna say. How about... I'm just gonna let fate take its course.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Beans.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Hello, Leaf.
Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. No. No. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another
climb
game.
the tree.
Preferably
Oh my
something
gosh,
with
I
walls.
can climb the tree.
Something
What
with
the heck?
nice, big,
What the heck?
insurmountable
Oh my
walls.
gosh, can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, dang. Oh, no.
I think this
man.
will be just the thing.
I think oh my gosh, I think if you climb the tree,
Wonderful.
you can make it
See,
over
this is
the wall.
exactly what I had in mind.
Oh, man.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
man.
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
It appears that I did.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Sports
I think it's
ball.
sports ball. Oh, what
It
fun.
is.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball.
fabled
Have fun.
sports ball. Where's the sports ball? Sports ball! Sports ball! Boing. Yeah.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this
Yes.
fun? Is it better
is
than my
fun.
miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
You
I'm
right.
going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Balls! Balls! Balls! Balls! There you go. Come on, come on,
Are
come
you
on.
enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Yes!
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No!
That's right.
No!
Where the fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either, so...
No. My mortal enemy. Order. Chaos will not stand for this.
Oh, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best.
I am!
Take care, Stanley.
Bye-bye. See you later. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna give us the exact same bid. So
Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
nah, I don't feel like it. So that was that. Wasn't anything significant. I'm just gonna go back to my office and begin again with a new ending.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am.
Dang it.
That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
You're gonna be waiting a long time there, brother. A long time.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Okay, yeah, it's still there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I think I'll do that.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
I agree.
Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
Alright.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm actually gonna do it this time.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Can I try and open the door again? Nope. If this elevator does not have music, I am going to explode.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Mr. Narrator, I'm getting real sick of your crap.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
So, originally, before it was Rocket League and that other game,
right,
it was Minecraft and Portal.
Right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure that it is this way? This doesn't even go anywhere. The other side of it is a wall. Hey, look, shortcut.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to Oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
You fiend.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
More
I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
Infinite doors.
Something changed.
Unlimited doors.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It
Yeah.
was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
An adventure,
Let's find the story.
Indoors. I don't know. So many doors. Oh, hey, look at all these papers. Oh, someone just destroyed that file cabinet. Oh, I'm so lost.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay,
No.
let's give it a shot.
Don't
Why
do
not?
it. No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You fiend. You fiend.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Huh? I'm looking, man.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
What the? How does this work? How does this work? I came through here, and I'm looping around past where that door was. How does this
wait.
work?
Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
How?
Now this...
It's the
Well, I'll be
warehouse
honest, I don't
from the
recognize
demo.
this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know
do.
what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, Good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Hey.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Where'd the door
I don't
go?
care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
The Stanley Parable Adventure
All right,
line.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Prepare for the actual best ending of the game. Oh. Oh. I didn't know that would. Oh, I didn't know that would do a thing.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Well, okay, fine. So sorry. Alright. Following the line.
You see? The line knows where the story
Is this
is.
the
It's
yellow
over
brick
in this
road?
direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
I suppose.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley,
just
I need to
looping
follow
through
this train of
hallways
thought
now.
for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my
dude?
experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well,
You
I'd like
don't
to
say.
apologize.
It's reflected
Sure
in
where
the
I was
line
going
how
with all
weird
that.
that got.
You know what? I
Oh,
think
geez,
what
I'm
we need
blind.
right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Hey! This is redemption for the lack of element. Wait a minute. What? Huh? What? The world just changed? Hello? What?
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
I was
Stanley,
enjoying
this
that music.
fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Important, you say? How do I save? Okay. This is a lot more lame with no music.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Music. We were fine when the music was playing. Did the orders come back in? It would appear not. Alright. I want to go in here. Let me in. Let me in. From the way that all of the papers are scattered about and just unattended, it looks like Thanos happened. That's what it looks like happened. Oh, hello.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Well, that's that. Are you following the line or not?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Yeah.
We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
That's what I've
Something
been
exciting,
saying.
daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Can I not get back up on the... Okay, it appears not. Alright. What about this way, or this way, or this way? Fine. Okay. Alright, I guess we're going this way.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
Oh, geez.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I feel like I'm in a dungeon. Like an actual video game.
Oh,
or
no,
TV
not you
dungeon.
again.
Oh, hello.
Stanley,
How
I'd
in
also
the
like to veto the
world?
line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I don't know. I still like seeing where it's going, I guess. I just won't follow the yellow brick road. And there it just goes up there.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
What?
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I
And
don't know
since
what
the
you're
answer
talking
is
about,
clearly
man.
yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
Dude?
Our destiny awaits.
What if I want to go in the left door? Okay, fine. Oh, hello.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Stanley attempts to play the
It's
game,
all
but is prevented.
determined?
Find the
So
line
now,
again,
according to
begin
the
following
schedule, I
line.
restart again. Then what?
Identical.
Am I just
replica
supposed to
of the line.
forget?
Offices begin.
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing,
Story restarts the game.
wall.
There's no longer an office,
Well,
simply
who
blank
consulted
space.
me? Why don't I get to
Wander in the
decide?
blackness, find a
Why don't
bookstore,
I get a
keyboard
say in
menu,
all of this?
narrator restarts
Is it
the
really?
game. A3 restart.
No, it can't be.
Narrator's gone.
I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean,
Problem?
did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
I don't know.
Will something happen?
I don't know.
So, okay.
Can I get on the chair?
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite
suppose.
sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
I suppose.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh no! Alas. He forgot about the other restarts. Oh well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now, in the original game, that is where that ending would actually end. But there was an Easter egg that you could find. How do I get in there? How do I get in there? But you could still find an Easter
Stanley
egg.
went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I told you, if I want to touch everything, I'm gonna touch everything. There's the new content. Oh! Oh my gosh, the line! It's the adventure line! It just disappeared!
When Stanley came to a set of
What the
two
heck?
open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
Where'd it
stop by the
go?
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There's the adventure line. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. I want to follow it. I want to follow it. I want to follow the line.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
What?
I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
I don't know, man.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't think I will.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I don't know, man.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
Zero
others?
consideration
Are you
for
that
you.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Fine. I suppose we did have a good time with the adventure line and the music. I suppose.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Does it matter which door I go in?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
He seems a little too excited.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place...
I'm in
Stanley,
space.
I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Ooh. Pretty. I'm in space. Ooh. All pretty colors. It looks even better than it used to. Dang. Green? I see green. Is it gonna do anything or not? It seems to be slowly becoming yellowish. I see red. Is it Christmas now? Red and green? Ooh, pretty. Well, that was entertaining. Oh, what? Is the whole place just gonna get filled in? I'm just curious. Okay, seems to have stopped. Oh my. Okay. I go now.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no.
Hey, look,
Stay
stairs.
away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
They're just stairs, man.
please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I just want to go in this door, man. And it doesn't seem to be functioning. Oh, hello.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay. Thinking about it. Thought about it. No!
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Okay. I seem to be walking with a limp now. Look at all the colors.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Is that so? Is that your professional opinion? Okay, going back to the room. Going back to the stairs.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I'm gonna do it.
No. No, no, what are you doing?
Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't know, you interrupted yourself there. Allons-y.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
You sound so sad. Oh my gosh, I am hurt. I am moving so much
Yes.
slower now.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
You know, I may have orange in my username, but it's not my favorite color. I'm actually more of a blue guy and a green guy. If we could get some more blues and greens, I'd like that. There just seems to be more orange. I'm leaving. Nah.
No, perhaps not.
Nah. Oh, no reaction to that? No reaction to that. I went back and he had no reaction.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
I'm not the villain here. You are. I'm not the villain here. I never was. The colors haven't changed. In fact, they seem pretty consistent with the dominant yellow and orange. I believe that I will take my leave of this place, good sir. All right, chat. Is there any last words you would like to say for the floating color room. Any last words? Not good enough.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Okay, bro.
But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Oh, he sounds so sad.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Ooh, the colors look more vibrant now.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Yep. Kevin Brighting is so good. He is so good at this. Well, if you have nothing more to say, I will take my leave. Blue! Yeah, he has nothing to say. Apparently. Oh no. I'm sorry, pirate. Silence. We arrived in bliss. We depart in peace.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
There's a phone ringing. Hello? Who farted is on a mug? What? How do I answer the phone? I do not appear to be able to answer the phone. Okay, I'm gonna see if the new content for is there. Aha! There it is. Wait, is there anything? Okay.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
You tell me, dude. Oh, hello? No. I want to see what the other thing had to offer. Okay. Interesting.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Gotcha.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I would hope so.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Okay.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it! Which side do you think it'll be?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content!
All right, let's see
Content.
it.
The jumps.
The jump circle?
Jumps remaining. Oh my gosh! No. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's amazing. The single place in the game that will allow you to jump. Beautiful. Oh, it's so wonderful. Hang on a second. Alright. I don't want to waste all my jumps just yet.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Let's see.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Keep dry. Hello, chair. Oh, look. A catwalk above the abyss. That's cool. Excuse
That's
me.
it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Please.
No frills,
Don't do
no
it.
gimmicks.
Don't take
Just you
this
and
from
me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay. Oh, dude, what is this? I hate Mondays. Are you Garfield now? This is different.
Psst! Stanley!
come over here.
What the heck?
In the vent. I want to show you something.
What the heck? Hang on a second. Do I follow the vent or do I follow the path? Vent or path? Come on, chat. Doesn't take that long to type 4-letter words. Alright. Vent. Vent. Oh, hello. Oh, what the? Coffee. Well, that looked safe.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
I thought it was your
Just
game and
our
your
little
story,
secret.
man.
Take a look.
I thought you were the, why is there a red I don't trust that. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Whoa. Oh. I get on the boxes? I thought I got on the boxes. Whoa. What is this? Alright. See ya.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Pretty. I like it. Pretty.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
You know, as much as I will... As much as this is just, like, trolling, he does have a point. He does have a point. I honestly kind of agree. I think collectively, games in general just kind of had more integrity in the early 2000s than, or in the early 2010s than they do nowadays, because we didn't have to worry about all of these stupid loot boxes. We didn't have to worry about, you know, just cheap crap in you know, all these garbage, you know, disastrous collector's editions that don't have what they advertise and yada yada yada. Like, I honestly legitimately think he has a point. Smile because it happened. Stanley Parable alpha test. Huh. Wow, man. bits of music from the... Hey, it's the CD! Hey, it's the demo! It's the demo! Awesome! Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Delightful. I can't believe they made that an actual achievement. Nominee. Game innovation. Game story. Video game releasing today. Oh, yeah, right. That was not in the New York Times. Oh, there's that. That's spoilers. Haven't gotten to that ending yet. Deals tough choices. Wow. This is delightful.
Je suis dans la mémoire zone, seul sur l'abri des loups.
I really hope this is not copyrighted.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh my gosh, more choices. Memory lane maintenance. Ah, dang it, I can't actually do anything to it. Interesting. The original remake. What? Greatest wealth is memory. I appear to not be able to open the door. Oh man, I can't spin the globe. I can't spin the globe. 0 out of 5.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I can't get in there, dude. I can't get in there. There's boxes in the way. But I can't. What am I?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
You don't remember this part of the memory zone. That's a dilemma.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no, you can hear. Oh no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his
The
humor and
audacity.
dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to
Blasphemy.
insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
That is blasphemy! Can I drive the forklift? Oh my gosh, can I drive the forklift? Oh jeez, I just spat all over my monitor. Oh jeez. I can't drive the forklift. I can't drive the forklift. I'm very disappointed. Can I drive this one? Oh, that's not good. This is a long ending.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh no! That actually makes me feel kind of sad. I actually feel kind of bad. Splash, sploosh, sploosh, sploosh.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
You don't have
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Can I go? Can I swim? The water vanished! I can't swim.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue. And it goes something like this.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the
Why
end
would you
of
want
time,
to
at
skip
which
the
time everything all
narrator,
at
man?
once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245.
We
But
all
the
know we
logic
rat
of
on the
elimination working
narrator
backwards,
because we
the
love
deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore...
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
I'm gonna have to skip it
Or
multiple times.
maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once.
What?
That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history.
I love it. I love
Ambitious
it
history,
so
if you will.
much. I love it so much.
See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
I love this game so much.
Treatise, manifesto. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
That's fair.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
That's
Although
fair.
I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time. The additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review. It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving. I have to read it again. It's simply too wonderful. I have to experience this just one more time. From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe
vanished.
30, 45 minutes? It's not
Oh my gosh,
unendurable
the door
by any means,
vanished.
but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that. Do you see?
Stanley? Where's the door hole? You're supposed to cut it out with the power saw. So go get the power saw. Oh, do ya?
See a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here.
I'm trying, man.
We need a door. We need a...
I'm trying.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh, no.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who
I
they
don't know,
are.
man.
What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help
feels
myself.
more like a
I can't stop myself from
sequel
lashing out with
than
a
a
vengeful
remake.
fury to alter and
Oh
to
my
change and to break
gosh.
anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What
Yeah.
does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button. to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it and that I'm going to be stuck all alone.
You're
That
right.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to
Oh,
again.
no.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
You are real,
Maybe
buddy.
I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone.
don't want to
I am
cut him
something.
off.
I am being listened to. I am being recognized.
I don't wanna
The
cut him
emptiness
off,
between
man.
us has
That's
collapsed,
just-
and I feel right now
It's just
like I
making
am
me
not
feel
a work
bad.
of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah.
You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Oh crap, he actually went silent. Narrator? I don't think anything about this game is scarier than when he's actually silent. What the heck? Mr. Narrator? Come back. Come back. Come back. Ah, shoot. He's actually not gonna talk anymore. Dang.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Oh no.
Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it
It's
all in the
Groundhog
blur
Day
of
out
the
here.
deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it, I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience.
This is legitimately fascinating. What he's talking about right now. This is legitimately fascinating. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. This is just
And then
straight
this
up
moment
cool.
passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind.
Oh, no.
And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
Oh, man.
Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
His rambling is over, huh? I feel like with quarantine, we've already kind of felt just the tiniest bit of what he's been going through. Just being trapped in a room for so much time that you don't even bother to keep looking after it. Just honestly, this just feels like a flashback to Bo Burnham's Inside. That's what this feels like now. What the heck? Is he even alive anymore? Oh my gosh. I think he's dead. I think he's dead. Oh my gosh, he's dead. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Either that, either he's dead, or we only jumped in time like 3 seconds. There appears to be a fire. Is this freedom approaching? Can you shut up? That's really annoying with headphones on.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was
Oh,
meant to
hey,
have a
he's
point.
back!
It was meant to speak
He's
to the
back!
human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't
He's
enough.
alive!
They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he went, shut up! It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives.
I kind of thought that, like,
it has come
as
to represent us.
time
It
went
absolutely
on,
must speak to who we
that
are
we
as
would,
people, because
that the
otherwise,
building would
without our
eventually just,
entertainment,
like,
we have
burn down
nothing.
or something.
Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think. To feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This
alone again. Delightful. I'm just hoping that eventually the door is gonna come back.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end,
He has completely lost it.
never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
This is actually sad to see.
Is never the end, 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 is never never the end, is 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 never the end.
Is there an end to this? That's not good. That's not good at all. Interesting. Oh my. Oh man. What the heck? How much time has passed? What the heck? Oh! Oh, there's light! Oh, there's light! How do I get out? How do I get out? Mr. Narrator? I haven't used all my jumps. Can I use the rest of them to get out? Mr. Narrator? Mr. Narrator? Oh my gosh, it's like Portal 2 out here. Oh gosh. Well, look at that. Oh, this music is nice. Ah. What? Can I try and climb up? Hey, look, there's berries. There's berries on these bushes. Hello, birds. Oh no. No, come back. I don't like these noises. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh! 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 Freedom! Freedom! Oh. Oh, no. What the... Oh? Oh my gosh! What was that? What was that ending? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dang. That. Oh. Oh. I hurt. Oh, I hurt. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Seriously. I think. Oh my gosh. This is the most any game has made me feel since Charles. Oh my god. Seriously, this is the most a game has been able to make me feel since Charles. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh no. Oh.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Ah. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. I don't even. I don't know if I can keep playing tonight after that. That was such a strong I think I'm gonna have to end it tonight. I think I'm gonna have to go back to this. Oh my gosh. This game. This game.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think we'll have to resume it another time. Thank you guys for watching. Man, that was that last ending was devastating. Oh my gosh. I didn't cry, but I wanted to. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. I don't even have a segue. I don't even have a segue. Oh my gosh. Oh. So that was part 1 of the Stanley Parable. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.